Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be watching Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2's gameplay to be exact. And this is another video from the YouTube channel Make Ice and Fire, and I'll leave a link in their channel below. Anyways, because I really did like Dying Light, and apparently there's also another Dying Light game coming out that's on PC and it's online, where you're going to get to an extraction zone and deliver the cure, the antivirus to the zombie affliction or whatever it is. I don't know. Anyways, let's get started. Let's take a look at this. Oh, here we go.
So there's so many questions. Like, I asked Twitter, I was like, hey guys, what do you guys want to know? And I just got bombarded. And I just want to let you guys know right out of the gate, there's a lot of stuff that is going to be surprise.
Get rid of that.
There's a lot of stuff that we can't touch on, but one of my favorite things in the game is the weapon system, the weapon crafting and stuff. Is there, like, I'm sure there's going to be, that's going to be in the game, but can you tell us if there's going to be, like,
you can whistle the zombies?
Well,
alright, that's pretty cool.
There'll be a lot of new weapons.
Cool.
Okay.
For
sure, the weapon crafting will be a bit reworked because we changed the combat in Dying Light 2 into the way it's more tactical, the way it's more giving you more satisfaction in certain bits, certain moments. So the weapon crafting fills the gap, and it creates a lot of emergent situations that create those satisfaction moments. Yeah, it will be more complicated and more complex, so I guarantee you
don't whistle to them, they'll all come for you.
Very cool, very cool.
And there's some mannequins.
One of the things that I really like about, or I like about video games in general, is the difficulty. In the beginning, when I first started the first game, it was just run. Run, run, run. Is that, can you speak to like the gameplay art with this? Because it seems like he might start out like a badass, but am I wrong about that?
What are they doing?
I can't tell you too much about that.
Okay.
The thing is that Aiden Caldwell is entering the city at the beginning of the game, almost at the beginning of the game. So he's not from the very beginning in the city, and he's not infected from the very beginning. So
so he's going to get infected.
It probably covers some of the answers.
I'm pretty sure they said that in the trailer.
Like I said, totally fine if you can't say stuff, but I have to ask these questions. Yeah. The hard-hitting, journalistic questions.
That is a lot.
Question mark?
There will be co-op. So you can play entire campaign, entire story from the beginning till the very end with your friends. It's up to 4-player co-op like in the first game. God. Some of the new elements will be introduced very soon about the co-op and about the multiplayer elements of the game, but right now it's confirmation that the co-op is there.
Lucky it's not night.
Can I ask a couple questions about, you know, when you dropped a lot of the information around this sort of the city that is living, and based off of your decisions, then, you know, is it the peacekeepers, like they could react differently to you or what is happening or saving a citizen, et cetera. I'm curious if you can talk at all about how this new character Aiden now, and what arguably has to be an interesting thing within this world, to be infected and keeping that a secret, et cetera. Is that also going to be playing into like some of the decisions and how people or different organizations might be reacting to me in the game?
Yeah, it plays a pretty big role. One of the big pushes with Dying Light 2 was to sort of like really focus on choice and consequences, and like, you know, working on like RPG games in the past, it's really easy to do that with like human interaction.
Right.
But what's really impressed me about Dying
Light 2
is the
water tower from the trailer, I think,
environmental
when they showed that
reactivity that
gameplay demo about all the
occurs
choices
with all of your
that.
actions in the game. And really, when I saw the first few examples of it, I'm like, Adrian, you got to be freaking kidding me. He's like, no, wait, watch this. It's really empowering for a player.
Yeah, I mean, I
remember this from that
is exciting
gameplay
overall
trailer
too, because it means that when Zeke plays and I play and we start talking about it, it's like, no, wait a second,
early this year,
that didn't
late
happen.
last year.
It's like, well, I made these decisions, and to me as a player, that is also interesting because I tend to be a good player on the side of like maybe chaotic good, but more good. And when you get put up with those even more difficult decisions and you don't know what effect that will have, like on the ripples on the world, that's super exciting.
Yeah. One of the big goals is actually how the players sort of like discuss their experiences and how their gameplay has been different in each playthrough, and then share it online and talk with each other and share their experiences. That was also a big part of it.
Thank God,
and when you talk, like you actually mentioned each playthrough, can you talk about like the replayability factor?
Yeah, you can finish the game without seeing 50% of the content even. So
wow.
Really?
when you play again,
speedrunners, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So the cool thing is like when you're playing again, you know the consequences based on your previous choices. So now you can turn left, turn right, and play it differently, and the world will look different. So it's a super exciting motivation for playing this game again, especially if this is the action game, and a lot of choices have the tremendous influence into the game world. So the scale of the consequences is super high. Sometimes it's really like from movies, like disaster movies with 2012 or something like that.
Like apocalyptic
I like this.
choices.
I like the sound
So
of
if
this.
you play it differently, you're gonna see different things. So it's very much connected with Dying Light.
Will
DNA.
we as players know the weight as we're making some of these decisions?
I mean, that's obviously you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, actually, the way the choices are framed, it's it's always
After you
fair
make
to the player
them, you
let them know what
find
the
out what the
stakes are.
consequences are.
But then we
Sometimes,
put
I guess,
it kind of helps. But then like we dump a crap load of pressure on the player at the moment when they make the decision. So you know what the stakes are. You've got limited time to decide.
But run across the wall and then jump to
there
that
are
pipe, I think.
pluses and minuses to each one, but we want players to be able to make those difficult decisions, and then also be like see
Yeah.
the results of those
Got
in the
it.
game world.
Awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is that we were working a lot on those choices to make sure that we won't lose the DNA of Dying Light 1. And it's for sure the action game. So this thinking aspect, what to pick, the A or B
Yeah, this
or
is
C
in
or
the
D.
trailer
It's not
as
like
well.
a strategical game where you really need to think a lot. To think, oh, should I go left or should I go right? So it's much more like the action. So there's the time is there, like it limits you, but it's like you feel that you need to go A or B, and there's no point to go B for the player. So it's not like the strategical choice. Yeah. So we mostly focus on consequence rather than choice. Yeah.
Well, I'm super happy to hear you say that because I've played a lot of like adventure games, action games, or whatever with a story, and it's always so frustrating when choices don't matter, And I'm glad to hear you say like, shit will change if you make like these choices. I love that.
Dying Light 2, shit will change.
There you go.
You're welcome. Trademark. Pay me now. Pay me now.
Check's coming now. Check's
Okay,
coming
cool. All right, so another really
So
exciting aspect of
take it
playing the
easy.
first one was the parkour. Can you tell us like any innovations, updates, that kind of stuff?
Tisk.
Yeah, we double the move of the parkour moves, so that's the one thing. So it's much more fluid when you just exploring to the city. We introduced last year
I'm sorry, when you say double the move, what do you mean by that? Like
the
speed
animations
or the...
when you interact with environment.
Okay.
And we introduced last year something called the parkour puzzles. So there are
Oh, goddamn it. What's this? I have no idea what that is.
certain puzzles.
Let's
We
go back.
introduced last year something
the
called the
parkour
parkour puzzles. So there are certain puzzles, where you
but-
really need to look at your stamina and measure it, find the road, find the
Kick
the
him out the
place that you
window
wanna
like in the
rest.
trailer.
love that.
And there's a lot of those kind of things. And in the demo we've created for the show, we also introduced something like improving your avatar. So it's
yeah,
not only
there
about
we go.
skills that you can unlock for
That's awesome.
having new moves or be more efficient in moving. You also have some tools. Yeah, so you are upgrading your avatar. You have your tools on your body. You have a new grappling hook, which is really great. You can.
That was one of the questions. Like, ask him about the grappling hook.
Yeah, it's not just for moving through the city. It's could be used in a combat in any
Oh, that's cool.
different cases. Yeah.
Now, you said something
I
about
like using the
parkour.
grappling hook. What is happening? Oh, it's at the end of it, so we just got the trailer here. Saw this one, I think. I'm pretty sure I made a video of it.
When my father saved my life, he told me never to forget who I am, where I come from.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because I'm pretty sure I heard it from them, but it's gonna focus more on the people and less on the zombie action.
Because when darkness comes,
Yeah, that's right, and you had the watch
I might
there,
be
and it went
gone.
beep beep.
virus tore society apart, but I won't let it turn me into an enemy. Staying alive became the essence of our existence, yet life must be more than just survival. Every day, the disease tries to crush us and make us forget who we are, but I keep fighting. My name is Aiden, and I am infected.
Dying Light 2, spring of 2021. I'm going to be playing that. So is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. So this is for, so I reacted to this video from the YouTube channel McIce and Fire. I'll leave a link to this video in the description below. Anyways, yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing Dying Light 2, and I might have to, next year, I'll actually make a walkthrough of the first Dying Light game. I never did play the DLC. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction video as much or better than the trailer in that, because it's a really good trailer, and with the gameplay in that. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.